modes. When we say modes, we mean different ways plants and animals feed in the mode of nutrition. Autotrophic and what? Heterotrophic. Autotrophic, they can produce their own food. Example of autotrophic is photosynthesis and what? Chemosynthesis. Green plants can manufacture their food with the use of what? Chlorophyll, water, carbon dioxide, and what? Sunlight. This is called photosynthesis. So with the use of these four major factors, they can produce their own food. Either they are producing carbohydrates or protein or fats and oil. They can manufacture their own food. Chemosynthesis is bacteria. They use enzymes to manufacture their own food. The details will be explained later. Now, heterotrophic, they do not or cannot produce their own food. They cannot produce their own food. One, symbiosis. Symbiosis is a relationship between two organisms. I'm going to give you the detailed notes later, but just listen. It's a relationship between two organisms where both benefit, where both do what? Benefit. None suffer. Both benefit. A marriage between a man and a woman is supposed to be symbiotic. It's supposed to be what? Symbiotic. When you get married to a woman, they say you are one, is it not? But what do we find? Marriages are not symbiotic. Marriages are parasitic. What is parasitic? One benefits, the other one suffer. So I don't know what the situation is in your home. Whether it's your daddy that is benefiting and your mom is suffering, or your mom is benefiting, your dad is suffering. So go and find out. If that is not happening, which means that the marriage between your dad and your mom is not symbiotic. It is meant to be what? Symbiotic. We talked about that in marriage class, not biology class. Now, example of symbiotic relationship is a rhizobium.
Jesus.
If you are smart, you write it. Rhizobium bacteria in the root nodules of legumes. Rhizobium bacteria in the root nodules of legumes. What are legumes? When we say legumes, what are legumes? What are legumes? What crops form legumes, or what plants are legumes? Mention legumes. One. The cheapest food that we eat in Ajegule with bread is a legume.
Beans.
What's that food?
Beans.
Beans. It is not beans. It is called
beans.
Bean is a common word for many crops that are legumes. You have other beans. You have the lima bean. You have the cowpea. You have the cajanus caja. There is this bean that when you cook it, you take like 5 hours before it will get cooked. Common in the East. You take like 5 hours or 6 hours. You don't use gas to cook it. You use like wood. That's called the cajanus caja. You understand? Animals feed on the leaves, they enjoy. So, cowpea, soybean. It's not called soya bean, it's soybean. Though it's, people pronounce it soya, but it's soybean. Then you have groundnut, etc. They are what? Legumes. They are what? Legumes. So, there's a relationship with between this, in the roots of the legumes, we have the root nodules. Root nodules. Inside these nodules, you have the bacteria. Please put it here. Inside these nodules, you have rhizobium bacteria living inside the nodules. The plant helps to protect the bacteria, house the bacteria. The bacteria lives there comfortably and conveniently. Are you with me? Why the animal, why the plants, the bacteria is inside, is housed by the nodules. Can you pause, please? By symbiosis, this is benefiting, the rhizobium is benefiting from the plant is benefiting. How is the plant benefiting from the bacteria? This bacteria help to fix atmospheric nitrogen and turn it to nitrate for plant growth. That's enough. Now, commensalism is a relationship between two organisms where one does not benefit at all. The other one benefits. But the one that does not benefit also does not suffer. Are you with me? Does not benefit, does not suffer. Example of commensalism is the shark and the remora. The shark and the remora fish. Another example is cattle and cattle egret. The cattle and the cattle egret. What do you mean by shark and the remora? You see shark moving in water. There's always one small fish or some set of small fish growing by the mouth of the shark. If you notice, the reason why the small fishes are moving with the shark is that the crumbs, after biting large chunks of food, the shark wants to swallow, but some of it will be dropping. So those fishes will now feed on those crumbs. Now, the shark does not feed on the remora. Who is benefiting? Is it the shark or the remora? The remora is benefiting. Is the shark losing anything? No. So, a commensalism, one is benefiting, the other one is not benefiting and is not losing anything. Now, the cattle and cattle egret, you know it, but you don't know that this is commensalism. When you see cattle moving about, eating grass, you see white bird following the cattle, is it not? White bird is called in Ajegule, we call it leke leke. It's called what? Leke leke in Ajegule. But the name is the cattle egret. Those white birds they follow. They don't affect the cattle. What are they feeding on? When the cattle browse or attempt to uproot the grass, some insects and worms we want to escape. Those are the things the birds are feeding on. So it's a commensal relationship where the cattle is not benefiting, the egret is benefiting, and the cattle is not suffering either, is it not? Now, next one is what? Saprophytes. Saprophytism is a relationship where organisms feed on dead and decaying material. Dead and decaying material. That's how they feed. Example is, you've written these examples, right? Yes. Example of saprophytes is mucor, mold. Mucor mold, mushroom, etc. You know what a mucor? What's the difference between mucor and mold? What's the difference between mucor and mold? Where can we find mucor? Is mold defined on bread? Mucor defined on more watery substance like your eba. When you prepare your eba, leave it for like 5 days. What will happen? You see it on, you see. So those things are called mucor. They feed on the decaying eba. Bread too, when it is stale for a while, you see mold on it. It turns yellow, green, not green. white and something. Then this one is called, you know this now, mushroom, mushroom. Have you seen mushroom grow on a plant that is alive? Yes, in your village.
Jesus.
Mushroom cannot grow on a plant that is alive. It's a dead plant that they grow on. Please note that there are some tribes or some people that feed on mushroom as meat. The Igbos, the Calabar, they take mushroom as meat. Please note that there is poisonous mushroom and there is edible mushroom. It's not all mushroom you go and eat because of poverty. There is poisonous mushroom and there is edible. So before you eat mushroom, find out the species so that you don't kill yourself. Likewise, there is poisonous cassava and there is cassava that you can eat like yam. The cassava that is poisonous is called this one is poisonous. The one that is not poisonous is called manioc palmata. Manioc palmata, you can cook it. There is cassava that when you harvest it, you can peel and put inside pot and cook like yam. Have you seen that before?
Yes.
You can cook, you can peel inside pot, cook like yam. Use it with oil. It's not poisonous. The other one, if you like cook, it won't get soft. That one have what is called the hydrocyanide. This hydrocyanide is a poison. That is why when it is grated, when the cassava is grated, it's bagged, put in a press. You now press it very well to remove the poison and the other liquids that are usually yellowish in color. Then they allow the cassava to ferment for like 3 days before they go and do what? Fry it. We had a situation where some people ate garri and they said they died. Nobody put the poison. What happened was that the garri was prepared that same day. Instead of allowing it to ferment for like 3 days, out of rush to produce garri, they pressed it very well. The cyanide was still in the garri, but it was still fresh. They now went to fry and started eating, and they killed themselves on the cyanide. So you have to be very, very careful. Likewise, aloe vera. Aloe vera is a medicinal plant. There are over 200 species of aloe vera. The one that is edible, that you can slice and eat raw, it's called the aloe. It's called the aloe babagensis mela. That's the one you can slice. It is not common in Nigeria. It is from Phoenix, Arizona, in the US. But you can see it in companies like the Forever Living Products that have used it to form a drink that you can drink in different forms. Though the aloe vera is very highly medicinal, in the next class, okay, when I go to Ikorodu and come back, I'm going to do photocopy and give you that is the medicinal value of the aloe vera. Please plant aloe vera in your home. It has a lot of medicinal value. For example, you are going to the salon, either male or female, go with the raw aloe vera. The liquid that is inside, as soon as you are through shaving or barbing, that liquid that is inside, use it to rub. Use it to rub. You can never have bulbs. Never. That liquid inside the aloe vera, just use it to rub. Likewise, if you go to do your hair with any hot whatever, use it to rub. It will just clean it. Or you are in the kitchen and hot water pour on your skin. Take the raw aloe vera, the raw one, put it on the skin. On the skin, it will dry out. It will not do what? Burn. It will not swell. Or you have a cut, a minor cut is bleeding. Take a raw aloe vera, put it on, just scoop it, put it on that spot and cover it. In less than 1 minute, the blood will stop. The aloe vera. You can also mix the aloe vera in your cream and use it on your face and whatever. This one in Nigeria, this one that is common everywhere, is good on topical use for your body. Are you with me? That's about the aloe vera. We are talking about plants. So these ones feed on, they are saprophytes. Saprophytes, they feed on dead and decay. Next is what? Parasitism. Now, parasitism is a situation where you have two organisms. One benefits, the other one suffer. The one that is benefiting is called the what? Parasite. And the one that is suffering is called the what? Host. There are two types of parasites in animals. You have the endoparasite and you have the what? Ectoparasite. The endoparasite affects you from the inside. Example of endoparasite is what? Tapeworm, liver flu, ascaris. Now the ectoparasite affects you from the outside. Example of ectoparasite is what? Lice, bedbug, mosquitoes. They are ectoparasites, is it not? They are fed from the outside. Those that refuse to pay blessing fee in good time are ectoparasites. Blessing fee in good time, ectoparasites. Those that follow boyfriend the time you are not supposed to, you are ectoparasite to your parents. If you have girlfriend where you are not supposed, you are ecto and endo to your family and to your education. You are a parasite. Husbands that have girlfriends that they do not take care of their wives, they are ecto and endoparasite to their wives. Wives that do not respect their husband, whether they have money or not, they are ecto and endoparasite. It is going viral. Thank you. Now, what of girlfriend that don't respect their girlfriend? Girlfriend that don't respect. In the first place, to have girlfriend and boyfriend, you are a boo-boo. Why must you have girlfriend and boyfriend? You can only have husband and wife. Girlfriend and boyfriend is sinful. In fact, you will be punished by God. Yes. So don't talk about boyfriend and girlfriend. Talk about getting matured and getting married. I never slept with... Let me not say that. What's it?
Jesus.
Holozoic. Listen.
Made in time.
It's about mamas. This one is what is common with us. Ingestion. I want to put this food in my mouth. See.
Shall not try it.
Ingestion is putting the food in your mouth. Just putting the food in your mouth, that is ingestion. Digestion is breaking it down into smaller bits. Like when you put it on yam, you cannot swallow the yam now. You should it not. Now, it is not completely digested in the mouth. It will go on and on to the small intestine before you have complete digestion. Absorption is when it has been digested out of the 6 classes of food, water,
Fat and oil.
Carbohydrates, protein, vitamins,
mineral salt.
Vitamins. What else?
Mineral salt.
Fat
Water.
and oil. And what else? Water, carbohydrate, protein, and what? Mineral. Mineral salts. These are the 6 classes of food. Which ones are digested out of these 6?
Fat and oil.
Water is digested. How?
They chop water.
So you chop water, you break water down. Digestion is breaking down into smaller form. So water is broken down to what? Water. Carbohydrate is digested. Protein is digested. And vitamin. No. Fat and oil. So carbohydrate is digested to give you what? Sugar. Glucose. The end product of carbohydrate digestion is what? Glucose. Protein is digested to give you what? Protein is digested to give you what? Amino acid. Fat and oil is digested to give you what? Fatty acid and glycerol. All these are absorbed in the ileum of the small intestine. So they absorb. When they absorb, they enter the blood. From there, they go to the hepatic portal vein. From hepatic portal vein, they enter the liver. From the liver, they go back to the blood. And they go through the pulmonary artery to the lungs to collect oxygen. And before they go to different parts of the body to feed the cells. Are you following? When they get to the cells, different parts of the body in the cells, it is called what? Assimilation. Now the part is not everything you eat like me. I rarely take garri or eba because it is not properly digested. What they have done is that they have removed all the starch in your eba or garri. What you have now is chaff. If you must take carbohydrates, take fufu is better. Take starch is better because those ones are complete in the body. So the other part that is not digested is removed through the anus through a process called digestion. Through a process called what? We are going to have a full class where we are going to explain the digestion in different portions of the body. The mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, the duodenum, the small intestine, the ileum, and the large intestine. Now, other ways of nutrition in what? Plants. Other ways of nutrition in plants. Carnivorous plants. Some plants behave like
Animal.
like lion. Some plants behave like lion. These are carnivorous. These are parasitic. How do they behave like lion? They open. This is a plant. They open their mouth like this. Insects will not drop here. Yeah, they will not close it. They will open the mouth like this. Insect will enter. They will not close it. They will now squeeze the insect. Now kill the insect. Now use enzymes to digest the insect and absorb the insect. Just like animals. Example of such plant is Venus flytrap. Venus flytrap.
Chihuahua plant.
Sundew.
Chihuahua plant.
And pitcher plant.
Yes, picture not sure.
The essence of you having an Android phone is for you to go and check. As I explained it, you just go to YouTube, press Venus flytrap. You see it, to come out, you see the way insect will enter. Not for you to use to do useless browsing with boyfriend and girlfriend. Now, the same thing with this. Then parasitic plants. Example of parasitic plant. Normally, a plant should have roots. A true plant should have roots that will go into the soil, collect water through the xylem vessel, take it to the leaves, do photosynthesis, produce food, and go and store it. No. Some plants don't want to do that. What they do is that they will jump on other plants. When they jump on other plants, they will now send hook. If you have a plant like this, there's what is called the vascular bundle. The xylem that is taking water up. This plant will now climb this plant and now send hook to the xylem. See it? To send hook to the xylem. Instead of taking the roots to the ground to go and collect their own water, they will wait and climb this plant and send hook and now be sucking from the plant. It's the same way the tapeworm is doing in us. They will suck from this plant. They will suck from this plant, and the plants will grow thinner while they will grow bigger and survive. Example is Doda. Doda and what? Mistletoe. Doda and the mistletoe. Then epiphytes, epiphytic plants. These ones are not wicked. Just that they don't have true stem and roots. You find them on trees like palm tree. You see on palm tree, you see some things growing like this. On palm tree, is it not? Now, their root system cannot go to the soil. So they hang on the palm. They dangle their roots like this. How do they get water? From the air and from dust. They survive. They are not affecting the plant. They are doing their own. They just need to lean on. Just like some wives are just leaning on their husband, not doing anything. Please. So, example is fair. Fairs. There are different types of fairs. Now we know that in nutrition we have animals that are what? Carnivorous.
Omnivorous.
Animals that are what? Omnivorous.
Herbivorous.
And animals that are what? Herbivorous. We have carnivorous. So, what are carnivorous animals?
Animals that feed on flesh.
Animals that feed on flesh. Example.
Lion.
Lion.
Man.
No, man is not carnivorous. Cheetah.
Salmon is.
Leopard. When I say they feed on flesh, raw flesh. Raw. Cheetah, lion, tiger, leopard, and what else?
Snake.
Snake. Ah. The knowledge of biology is absurd. Crocodile.
Jesus.
Bear, that carnivorous. Then animals that are omnivorous are what?
They feed on plants.
Man.
Both plant and
Animal.
animals. Example
Man.
is
Man.
dog.
Hey, dog.
Goat.
Give dog eat plant. Do salad or whatever. Okay, the same food you eat, dog will eat. If you do soup, who dog eat it? Vegetable. They will. When we say animals that feed on plant and this, they are either processed or unprocessed. You understand? Fine. Then herbivores are what?
Goat.
Animals that feed on
Plant.
feed on what?
Plant.
Just plant. These herbivores are mostly ruminant animals. Goats. Ruminant.
Animals that have 4 belly.
How we say animal is ruminant?
4 belly. 4 belly.
They have four stomach. They eat. When they eat, they don't go to the true stomach. They just chew it. Later, they will now sit and chew the cord. You know what? Chew the cord. When you see animals that sit and do like
Goat.
they are ruminant. What they are doing is that they bring the food from that storage stomach back to the mouth through a process called regurgitation or anti-peristalsis.
Instead is working.
Regurgitation. They bring it, they vomit it, and they bring it to the mouth and chew the cord. After chewing it, they now swallow it. They are called ruminant. But animals that have one stomach are called what? Non-ruminant. What's another name for non-ruminant? If you get it, 200 MB.
So what is why it's
Another
100?
name for non-ruminant animals. Another name for non-ruminant, if you get it, 500 MB. Now. Another name for non-ruminant animals.
Sir, give
I
us
don't
that.
understand.
Another name for non-ruminant,
Sir, wait.
monogastric.
Mr. Sliman.
I want you to say.
They say monogastric animals.
Monogastric.
They don't see the example.
Again, I think. Thank you.
Okay.